Okay, so this is going to freak you out. Did you know that over 95% of everyone who ever tries to start an online business fails to make any money at all? Over 95%. That means that for every 1,000 people who try this stuff, only 50 will ever put any actual money in their pockets. And I'd be willing to bet that of those 50, fewer than half will make enough money to live on, or to even keep them excited long enough to keep going. And I may be being a little bit too optimistic with that. Let me ask you a question. When you read all of these make money online sales letters, how do nearly all of them begin? Have you noticed a trend when it comes to the way that these mofos greet you? Tell me if this rings a bell. Dear frustrated marketer. What the hell is that all about? Why everybody got to be all frustrated? Why, baby, why? Yeah, I actually wrote that down. I'll tell you why. The truth is, everyone's so frustrated for one simple reason. And that's that every single system they ever try to employ lacks one key element. Yeah, just one. Can you guess what that one thing is? Is it the ability to make you rich overnight? Nah, anyone who believes that's possible should go play on ice wearing dress shoes and no helmet. Friggin' idiots. Is it the ability to make them any money overnight? Well, making fast cash is always nice, and it's certainly possible. But I think that most people are smart enough to know that they gotta work a little bit before they can get rewarded. Is it excitement? Are these systems just boring as all get out? Sure, that may be a small part of it. I'm a firm believer that you've got to love what you do if you intend to be really successful with it, and that includes teaching. But there's one key thing that most systems lack that keeps people broke more than any other single factor by far. Structure. Think about it. How many times have you followed a system wherein you kind of knew what to do each day to become successful with it, but not really? How many times have you completed a course only for your first immediate thought to be, damn, they really just threw me to the wolves, didn't they? Even worse, I find that teachers, or if you want to call them gurus, go right ahead, they tend to forget that not everyone is a natural-born marketer. So they tell you to create a lead magnet, or create a bunch of YouTube videos, or load up your autoresponder with compelling emails, or just start blogging about your niche. Which really just confirms your suspicion that you just got your ass thrown to the friggin' wolves. Not all of us are naturals when it comes to writing books, recording videos, creating compelling blog posts, or YouTube videos, or emails, or covering useful, interesting topics. And as such, I say these systems lack structure. They kind of sort of tell you what to do, but they don't really meet you where you're at, take you by the hand, and give you easy-to-follow daily tasks that you can joyfully scale to the moon. And let's face it, it's daily tasks that are going to make you rich. Ask anyone who's rich or who's great at what they do. Ask Tom Brady. Did he throw 162 touchdowns in his very first game and become the greatest of all time? No. Daily tasks. Practice. Study. Right? But it's doing. It's in the doing. And in the consistency. The daily tasks. That's going to make you rich. If you don't know with crystal clarity what these daily tasks are, or if these tasks seem to simply be beyond your current ability or desire to perform, then, well, welcome to the 95%. Sorry to say it. And even as a big shot product vendor and coach, I've faced my own lack of structure, and it sucks a lot. It makes life hard. My fellow launch model peeps will know just what I mean. You bust your ass creating a product, an upsell funnel, and your affiliate funnel. You get tons of JVs on board, launch your product, and have yourself a pretty damn nice payday. The money keeps pouring in for about a week or two, and sometimes a lot less. Then comes the inevitable cool down, when you watch the sales come to a grinding halt. Trust me, it's so depressing. And you're forced to repeat this whole grueling process again a few weeks later. This is basically because you lacked structure. You didn't have a daily paint-by-numbers process for ensuring that your sales never cool down, and that your launch was just that, a starting point for a long and exciting flight to the freaking moon. So I don't care if you've been clicking ads on Neobucks or ClickSense for just pennies a day, or jumping from marketing product to marketing product making no pennies, but losing lots of them. Or if you're a grizzled vet who's frustrated, there's that word again, because you're only as good as your last product launch or broadcast email. Listen, we all need structure. From content ideas to content creation to consistent monetization to, yes, the granddaddy of them all. Drumroll, please. Brrr, what is it? Yeah, autopilot traffic, baby. Autopilot traffic. We need to know not only what our daily tasks are, but we need to ensure that these tasks aren't too difficult, mentally exhausting, or needlessly time-consuming. I'm sure you can agree with all of that. And that's why I, Lee Murray, have been hard at work developing a system that puts you in the driver's seat at every single turn and actually makes the drive fun because it gives you all of the confidence in the world that you can actually do it. And when you have confidence, isn't shit a lot more fun? I would say yes. With some daily structure in your life, confidence is an extremely easy commodity to come by. In fact, it just comes naturally. The system I've developed that will enable you to reach the kind of heights that you've only before dreamed of is called Breakfast in Bed. The original version has already helped hundreds to gain more confidence, traffic, and revenues. It has also made their lives easy as they never have to wonder what to write about or what to do next. But my new version, Breakfast in Bed 2, kicks the original's butt all over town. At the time of shooting this video, I've got beta testers running through the program and I myself am testing it across a multitude of niches. Thus far, the results have been rad and I'm about to show those to you. And the course will be released very soon. But I'm so extremely excited about what this system can do for ordinary people trying to make an honest buck on the internet that I've decided to release the light version well in advance. And as this particular light version is less than half the cost of Breakfast in Bed 2, I'm also making it available to those who want all the benefits of BE2, but in fewer steps and at a lower price point. But believe me when I tell you, even this light version is more actionable, complete, and profitable than almost anything else out there. And that, my friend, is just real. Introducing BE Lite. In this 10-course video training series, you're about to discover how to never guess what your content will be about. You'll never have writer's block again. How to constantly grow your autopilot traffic and income exponentially, and with no constant grueling work required. You set it up once and you profit for life. How to start seeing results almost immediately, and that's a damn fact. Almost immediately, within a day or two. How to turn your audience into raving fans without ever actually having to create anything of your own. This is like magic, and you're going to absolutely love it. With BE Lite in your corner, you can finally work just 1 to 2 hours each day, and that's why I call it Breakfast in Bed, actually, because you can just do it during your breakfast in the morning and be done with it for the rest of the day. And you could do that each day and reap massive rewards over time. Put in the aforementioned time joyfully, as this process is both fun and you do see results from the first day. You'll be absolutely motivated to continue, and you can finally enjoy multiple streams of income and traffic, and you can do this in absolutely any niche for which you have a passion. This truly is a unique system, and you simply will not find anything else even remotely like it on the market today. It's fast, unique, and fun. But most importantly, it's structured. Each day, you'll know precisely what you need to do. In fact, each day that you complete your tasks, you're actually working toward, quote-unquote, completion. What do I mean? All right, don't let me blow your mind too hard here, but there actually is an end game built right into the BE Lite system. As in, you complete this daily task X number of times and you're done. At that point, you can move on to another niche, or just sit back and let your one campaign continue to feed you and your family for months and years to come. I recommend the former. I recommend that you move on to another niche and repeat the process, because why not? But to each their own. So who is BE Lite for? Well, for starters, it's for starters. It's for beginners, aka newbies. It's also for paid-to-click participants, places like ClickSense and NeoBucks, who are tired of earning pennies. And I included that because I know that I'm getting some people who are really frustrated with that line of quote-unquote work. Affiliate marketers and list builders looking for autopilot traffic. That's huge. And product creators tired of being stuck in the launch cycle. How do I know BE Lite will work for you? Well, let me show you how I know it's going to work for me. I've created 3 new campaigns over the past 3 weeks, and if the numbers I'm about to share with you don't excite you, well, they really should. And after I show them to you, I'll explain why. So here's campaign number 1. It's 2 weeks old. This is in the diet and recipe niche, okay? So, today's traffic. 10 people, 9 from social, 1 from organic. That means from like the Google search engine, okay? This is my traffic just for today. And this is after 3 days of inactivity. I haven't touched this campaign in 3 days. And I've been getting traffic all 3 of those days, okay? And today, 10 people. Not too bad. For a campaign that I started 14 days ago, not too bad. So let's look at my traffic for the past 14 days since I started it. 208 people. 159 from social, 29 direct, 19 organic. So from the search engines, which is awesome. And 1 referral. Now, as far as money goes with this particular campaign, I'm still playing around with monetization, so I just ran some AdSense on the site. And this is what I've made in the 14 days, okay? Now, this doesn't look like much for a 14-day earnings report, but there are 2 ways to grow this, both via output, which is super easy, and via following, which is even easier. And you do both, okay? In Breakfast in Bed, the strategy actually has you building both pretty much simultaneously, okay? So it's like kind of one effort. You just spend a couple hours and both grow. Both your output and your following grow together. So in no time, each will be 10 times what it is now. So that $8 that you just saw from AdSense, right? I multiply that by 10 on output, which is just like, it's easy to do. It's a mathematical certainty that it's going to happen. And then I'm going to all of a sudden be earning $80 every 2 weeks. And then I multiply my following by 10, which again is a mathematical certainty that it's going to happen. And now all of a sudden it's $800 every 2 weeks. And that's just with AdSense. Again, in this particular niche, I'm still shopping around for some good monetization. I'm even thinking about writing my own cookbook and charging $5 a pop, and I know it'll do really well. So let's look at my second most recent campaign. Again, this is my most recent campaign. This is only 1 week old, if that. It might be 5 or 6 days. Okay, and right now we're only at the traffic generation stage. I haven't really done monetization yet. With this particular campaign, I'm going to be promoting my own products, my own IM products, starting with Breakfast in Bed 2. With that said, let's see how much traffic I've been able to get up to this point. Remember, I only got started with this campaign a week ago. This is not going to blow your mind. Just spoiler alert. 15 people. Okay, so it's 15 people, 7 from direct, 7 from social, 1 from organic. Okay, and that's just 1 week of traffic from 1 week of setting things up. Freaking snooze fest, right? Well, again, both my following and my output are tiny for this one right now. But 15 visitors in a week multiplied by 10, following becomes 150, and multiplied by another 10 output becomes 1,500. And this is what makes this method so damn exciting. You have full control. Like I said, it's a mathematical certainty that I will grow both my following and my output by 10. Matter of fact, I'll grow it by 100. But let's just start small. Okay, Lee, I'm going to be honest. I'm speaking for you, by the way. Lee, I'm going to be honest. These numbers really don't excite me. Damn it. You're going to make me straight up brag, aren't you? Oh, you son of a... Fine, let's take a look at my oldest Breakfast in Bed campaign. This is my traffic campaign where I do both list building, really big time. You should be building a list. If you build a list, then you get to keep on marketing to that list. And it's really, really crazy because then you get the kind of results I'm about to show you. Okay? So I do both list building and affiliate promotions. Okay? And this is maybe 45 days old at this point. So about a month and a half old. So let's go back real quick. Let's recap here. Look at this traffic. So that's from my 1 week campaign. This is for my 2 week campaign. And here we go. And boom. 922 people. That's for 30 days, for the last 30 days, okay? Got 922 people. 520 direct, which means a lot of that's coming from my email list that I'm building, right? So that's crazy. It's crazy. It recycles. Your traffic recycles when you build a list, okay? Referral 202. That means people really like me. Social 188 and organic 12. Okay. And these are my last 30 days of income. $1,751.09. Again, that's the power of email marketing when combined with this, because you could see it. What did I have for traffic to my site was 977, or it was just about 900 and something, right? For the 30 days. And look at this, like 977 clicks, 1,300 visitors. That's more than my traffic, and that's the power of email marketing. You just keep sending them back. You keep sending them to offers. You keep sending them to your blog posts. You keep sending your blog post to offers, right? I teach you all this stuff in the course, okay? It's really awesome. But anyway, I digress. Am I saying that you're going to make $1,700 in your first 30 to 45 days using this system? Of course, I'm not saying that. That would be incredibly irresponsible of me. I mean, it's possible that you'll earn even more than that, maybe less, but that's not the point. What I'm trying to sell you on right now is not that you'll make a certain dollar amount, but that you'll be able to grow this sucker in consistent, exponential fashion. And that's the beauty of Breakfast in Bed. If I only make $1,700 in my next 30 days with that campaign, I'll shoot myself in the face with a can of hairspray passing through a lit Zippo. I don't play that stagnation crap. Not no mo. Likewise, if I only make $5 or $8 in AdSense revenues over the next 14 days with my recipe campaign, I'll drop a frozen turkey on my foot and then try to sprint down a flight of stairs. Jokes aside, let's stop being cryptic and start talking about what this method entails and what you need in order to succeed with your very own Breakfast in Bed business. All you need is a self-hosted website, which is super cheap, and 1 to 2 social media accounts, Twitter and Facebook. Ideally, you'll have an autoresponder too. I just showed you why. This will get you started. That said, there are some paid tools that you will eventually need if you want to be able to build this thing to the point of walking away. Remember the end game I talked about earlier? With the right tools, you can truly build this thing up to the point of growing itself. And that's a beautiful place to be. The good news is that if you don't have a budget to work with, you can do this manually for a while, which will be 100% free for you. And then you can use your profits to invest in the tools I recommend. Now, each of the 5 tools that will set your business aflame costs around $30 each one. Okay? And they're one-time investments, no recurring expenses. Even better, and you don't need to buy all 5, okay? And I'm about to explain that to you. Even better, I give you the correct hierarchy, so you know which tools to grab in which order. So work manually, for free until you can afford the $30 for tool number 1. Then use that tool to explode your profits, at which point you can invest in tool number 2, and so on. See what I'm saying? The bottom line is that right now, you can get started employing the Breakfast in Bed strategy 100% for free, minus the cost of hosting and domain, okay? So that's the only expense you'll need to incur, and if you already have hosting and domain, then you need no additional expense, okay? No additional investments at this point. Just please, by all means, get started now, okay? Start at the very bottom. If you don't have the budget to get the tools, start at the very bottom and work your way up. If you can't afford to get the tools right now, skip that working from the bottom shit and get the tools now. So that's all I can say about that, okay? So this is one of the easiest, fastest, and most long-term profitable undertakings you will ever embrace. It's probably the most scalable system around, and that's why I created it. Unlike other systems you've tried, this one has real structure. Each day you'll know exactly what needs to be done, and the copy and paste, virtually zero brain work required nature of your daily tasks ensures that you will stick with it. Above and beyond all else, that's really why I want to see you put this course in your hands today. I just know you'll stick to this. Quite possibly for the first time in your quest to make money online, you will stick to this. At under $5, the price is definitely right on this one. And yes, you are protected by my 60-day money-back guarantee. I don't expect you to take me up on it. This is just too profound, but it's there if you feel you need it. I am convinced that this system will change your life. Give it a month. Work at it each day for a month. You'll be amazed by how quickly your results compound and by how much fun it actually is. Obviously, I cannot keep this ridiculous offer going for long. The price is going up, it's going way up, and it's happening soon. If you want to take your traffic, your income, and your life to brand new heights, and for such a minuscule investment, now's the time, amigo. Now is the time. Click the order button below. Do it now, and I'll see you inside the training. Bye now.